Alright guys, we're going to go through a few things today about the game. Yes, changing hero stats, so I want to show you what I changed them to, and then obviously how to get there, to show that it has worked. So I don't have to go show gameplay footage of it working. So, obviously, normally, 31 to 51 is not at all normal damage. I clearly went into the coding and changed it for a few of the heroes, not all of them, not every. Oh yeah, by the way, I also jacked up riposte massively because, you know, Predator, I don't know what that is, I don't care. Obviously I don't post YouTube videos of me showing how to beat the game with the stats on. This was for my own personal use, because I was very much done. Like I said, this is all personal beef. This is nothing. But I was just essentially done doing just no damage, so I obviously decided to be complete jackbutt, and I went into the coding and utterly jacked up everything. Now got Dismas's stress. It is, I don't know where I can show that. Oh yeah, 0 out of 20. You can actually change the max stress load as well. So if you think 10 now, I can't remember if 10 is still meltdown. It might. 10 still might be a meltdown. That may not have been fixed. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to this combat encounter. We're going to back out, come back into the combat encounter so you can see all of this working. So we're going to do that. We're just going to exit the game, go to desktop. There's going to be a skip in the video now so I can get myself situated. Alright, I took myself off the screen, so you have full screen video. I'm also going to try to zoom in. So this is going to be a couple of cuts in here, guys. Alright, so what did I change to the Jester now? Apparently I said max health of 14. Oh, that's his corpse, correct? Okay. So how do we get here? I have it. I'm going to have to blur out a lot of this because I don't want you guys seeing my personal stuff. So bear with me as I blur stuff out, okay? Alright. Wherever you, there's like 2 places where Darkest Dungeon's installed. So for mine, it's on game hard drive E. Once again, everything else is going to be blurred out except the files I need. You go to Darkest Dungeon. You're going to go to Darkest Dungeon data. Alright guys, skipping the video. I made 3 out of 4 wrong guesses. We're going to streaming assets. So it's going to be Darkest Dungeon 2 data, streaming assets. And here you're going to get to this screen. It's going to be Excel. You need Excel. So whether you send this to another computer or do it on your own, you need Excel. Here you have everything you could have won, right? You got the boss, failures, yada yada yada, all this. I can't remember if I showed all this. I believe I have for the enemies, but obviously we are jacking up the heroes. The heroes all exist, and guess what? The heroes. So I'm currently in the Jesters, which is open in the background here. Alright. So I'm not going to go through all of this. A lot of this, like this is all resistances. If you wanted to change this all to ones, have 100%. Who cares? 1.2 would be 120%. Size is ones, whatever. Death, override, I'm not sure what that is. Listen, a lot of that roster, quirk container, combat skill, limit. Oh, so you could do, let's try that actually. Could we do 7? Equipped combat skill limit. Let's try 7. That's interesting. I haven't tried with that. Max health, I have at 35. I increased that from 29, I believe. I increased the speed to 6, once again, 10. Death, storage chance 1, so he doesn't die. Health heal between nodes, 0.1. Alright, that's fine. So once again, here's some more resist stuff. That's fine. The preferences, who really cares? What we want to get to is the skill. So this is Razor Wits and all that stuff. I'm going to go to Harvest to show you what I did on Harvest. And also, well, I found Harvest first. Okay. So it gets a little confusing. All of this right here is the first Harvest skill. Alright? And the reason why there's so much is because it gets changed with certain stuff, right? So actually, wait, that's where Harvest, no, sorry. All of that's just Harvest. Alright. So right here, we have the add stats. So this is health damage 5. Health damage range 7. So right now the health damage is 5 plus or minus 7. So if we really wanted to like just jack that up, we could kind of play around with that. And it gets a little confusing because right now, and I forget what it's at, I think it's like 2 and 2. Alright guys, skipping the video. I accidentally edited something I didn't want to last time. You do have to read this carefully or you'll mess stuff up obviously. Ooh, there we go. Okay. So we're really going to dissect just one skill for you. So obviously this is the name. This is the health damage. I'm going to change it 8 to 10 if it's not upgraded, alright? Now it says small bleed. I haven't quite figured out the bleeds yet. I know they're small, medium, large, and there might be something bigger than large. But right now we're going to keep it as small. The price combo used to be 25, but now we're going to make it 50% to get a combo token. Launch ranks is where you can use it on your side, and this is the target ranks. Is multi-hit? True. So if you wanted a crazy harvest, you could actually make it 2, 3, 4, and we'll show that. It can be reposted true. If you made that false, you can never walk into repost. We're just going to keep it true. Skill before, skill after, melee, soloist. Yeah, see, that's some of the stuff. See, some of that stuff right there, I'm not entirely sure. Install validating. Now, the curse modifier, if you want to make it last 5 rounds, that is the 5 rounds. All right, so that is all for the non-upgraded. Now, some of that non-upgraded stuff does continue over. So the next skill would be slice off. So this is the harvest upgraded right here. Now the stats are 3 to 1. So if you do 8 to 10 up here, it is going to change back to 8 to 1. So if you want a better skill, you have to go like 10, oops, not 13, 10 to 3. So now that's 7 to 13, I believe now. Or is it 10? No, it's just 10 to 13. So it's 10 to 13 with a 5% crit chance. If we want to make that 20% crit chance, that's 5. We'll make that 0.1, right? Once again, we're making this ridiculous, guys. I am not doing this to be balanced. I am doing this to be beyond unfair, right? I am not doing this for slight tweakings. That is up to you. I am doing ridiculous stuff so you can see the ridiculous happen. Now, that's one skill. We'll go over a couple others later if you have questions because they can get a little confusing. We're going to find Inspiring Tune now. I'm going to show you how you get past Inspiring Tune's limitations. It's pretty easy once you figure out what the skills really talk about. And I'm just going to have to control F it because last time I, for some reason, struggled to find it. It was right there. Okay. So Inspiring Tune, once again, you have the upgraded, non-upgraded version. So launch ranks 3 to 4. So if you wanted to change it to 2, 3, 4, now you can use it in position 2. Cooldowns, if you say nah, you can do 0. Cooldown, you can say nah. Right? And just remember, any changes you make to the, you see, you gotta be careful because I was not changing. You gotta make sure you change everything that's applicable because this is, each one gets something a little different because of the classes, like the different like intermesma, whatever it's called. I really just botched that, but whatever. So just make sure you just change it wherever you can, because if you do change a hero path, it will obviously revert back. So if you're gonna use a certain hero path, make sure that skill is upgraded in that hero path. So that was all the basic Inspiring Tune right there. We're gonna go down to the upgraded Inspiring Tune, which is much shorter. So we have Heal 5, Inspiring Tune, and where do I want to show you the, the 0 stress thing? Hold on. It was percentage, okay, target over, here we go. So it says all conditioned IDs, right? All conditions IDs. It will say target stress over, and it will say 40%, because that translates to the game as 4 stress, you need 5. Well, we're going to keep it at 0. So now the game should say 0 stress or more. We're healing for 4, and then we're healing for 5. Yes, is it broken? Absolutely. Am I playing for balance? No, I don't give a crap. So, and then once again, we're making all this stuff. We're not having any cooldowns. So 0 cooldown, you can heal 4 stress at a time with the basic level, use it in positions 2 to 3. Like I said, is it dumb and broken? Absolutely. Am I here for balance? Not at all. Alright, so I'm going to save this. At least it should. If it doesn't, we did it right. But sometimes it'll ask, do you want to upload the local file? Because it's more recent. So let's check this out. It didn't ask me to upload the local files. I'm a little nervous. It should ask me, but maybe not. This usually works. If not, I will have to revisit. Maybe I'll have to get through one more combat encounter, so you'll see me actually skip the node until I fight again. But we'll be able to tell relatively quick whether this all worked. We should see 0 stress on the runaway, no negative quirks on the highwayman. So let's check this all out. And it did not work. Well, some of it worked. So the harvest went through. Oh, so we can equip a max skill of 7. So if you ever want to equip more skills as well, you can just do 7. The HP increased. Now the stress on the runaway, I can't click on the runaway, which is potentially not good. Like I said, you got to be careful with this stuff. So the relationships are all only 10 out of 20 as well. So what we're just going to do is we're going to take the fight though for now and see if this all adds up afterwards, because there's a possibility of a compilation error. And we want to make sure that we're obviously doing that right. Oh, that looks ugly. So Inspiring Tune, as you can see, it can now -4 per target regardless of when. As you also see, it's doing 11-14. Also hit the back row, applied it a medium. So as you can see, Harvest can now hit all the rows. Like I said, extremely OP. I will be if I did not get the affinity thing correct, we will be revisiting. I will be removing the section of the video that would have ever talked about affinities. So if you're hearing about affinities now, you're like, why? Well, I tried to fix them. They clearly didn't work, so I'm going to have to take another look at them. This is the first time I'm doing stuff like this, so there's going to be small hiccups. So Bonnie, obviously, so the relationships I could not get, and I did not remove the stress or the negative quirk. So we do need to try that again. But we at least went through and were able to do the combat stuff for you. So I'm going to take a quick back out. I'm going to go look at the game files again, and I'm going to use that as the files if I figure it out.